Hello, hello, Judy. You're here ahead of me. Hello there. Okay. Let me see. I need to share it on Facebook. Where did it go? Where did it go? Share. Copy. Not Facebook. I never share it on Facebook. I only share on, hold on, Twitter. Okay. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Mindy. Dar. Hello, hello, hello. All right. My knees are aching today. It started out as a beautiful sunny day this morning, but as the day's gone on, it's gotten cloudy and we're supposed to get more rain. Like we didn't have enough already this weekend with that storm that went through. I'll tell you, that was worse than any leftover hurricanes that we've had in years. It was a bad storm that went through here. Very bad storm. So, hi, Nancy. Yay, welcome. Glad you could be here at my house. Very glad. Let's make sure I've got this make sure I've got it focused well. Okay. It's about as good as it's going to get, I think. So, hey, Joycey. Hello, Eileen. Let's hope that the trolls didn't follow us all. Okay. So, Orla, I don't know if she's arrived yet. Orla, did you come? I'll look at the book first. Let's look at the book first. Now, Paula showed one of these books. I don't know if she had the In the Forest one. I think she had like a plant and leaves one. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it was Paula that showed a book. Yeah, I know. Within the last half hour at Janet's, there were what, 6 or 7 of them? I have a suspicion it was the same person. Those last 5 or 6, I'm pretty sure that was the same person because they were coming back and got worse each time. There's no way that was all different trolls. Or else one buddy and all his friends came. Oh, cool, Judy. Hey, May. So this book is called Watercolor with Me by Dana Fox. It's 22 something in the US. $22.99 in the US. It was $26 on Amazon in Canada, which is not bad because ours is sometimes $10 more for a book like this. Would normally be about 30 here. So I got it for 26. I think it said 32.99 and it was on for 26 something. So hey, Vicky, glad you made it back. So what this book does is the reason I got it is it shows how to do some detail stuff, like how to paint fur and kind of stuff like that. Now, it says high quality art paper, and it's lovely thick. I'd say I'd say 90 pounds. It has a texture on one side and not as much texture on the other. But I'd say it's, won't know until I am going to paint in it, I think. It gives you space to paint in it. And then if I ever want to do the exercises a second time, I can always do them in a journal, right? So, hey, Galena. Oh, you visited Land of Nod? Oh, uh-oh. Pixelating already. Oh. I can do it without Manicam, but oh, I hate doing it without Manicam. You're not seeing any pixelating, Mindy? It comes and goes. You're all good, May? Wonder if it's because I don't have enough light or anything or something. I don't know. I'll go back and have a look. There may be some Manicam settings that I can change to make things better with the video, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll keep going. So it shows you some wet on dry techniques, wet on wet techniques, painting fur, ink and wash. And I don't do a whole lot of ink and wash, but I do have, we'll see. So here it starts out by showing you wet on dry, doing a wet on dry with your different colors. All right, different saturated. It's the same color paint with just more water, less water, and least amount of water. So showing you how to do a wash, wet on dry. So there's an explanation here, and then there's space over here to practice. Good, Nancy. Okay. Hey, Carol. All right, then acorns. And they have the acorns drawn so that you can paint them in. They tell you what colors to do. And then here it explains like highlighting and shadows and your darkest darks and that kind of thing. So that's what each thing is. So then there's a little caterpillar that sorry. Oh, dropped my cell phone. Dang it. Just one moment, please. I can't leave it down there or I'll forget and roll over it with my chair. That wouldn't be good. Need to move it to a spot. Ah, never mind. I'm going to back up and get out of my chair. My arms are too short. I can't pick it up off the floor. From my chair. Oh, hold on. I've got yarn messed up in my, dang it. In the yarn, stupid office chair. Okay. Sorry. One moment. Get my feet back up on my footstool here. Oh, sorry. Put my phone on silent. I told my cousin I was streaming. Okay. All right. All right. So basically that's what this whole book is. A short lesson and then a place to practice. Ladybugs. leaves, primroses by the look of them, flowers, etc., etc. So there's an old an old cottage. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, wee Hootie. Hootie, Hootie, Hootie. It's a cute little bird. Feathers. A maple leaf. Changing colors. So there's lots of things. Turtle. Hummingbird. A snail. Painting fur. So they show you the 3 steps here of painting fur. To do the background, to do the light color, then add your medium colored fur and then your darkest fur. Oh, a hedgehog. How cute is that? Ew. I might have to skip that page. Not into bumblebees. Oh, look at the cute bear. A skunk. All right, so lots of little critters with fur. Beaver, a fox. So this is ink and wash. So drawing with ink and then adding your watercolor washes. Not really my style, but that doesn't mean I can't practice it. Anyway, I thought it looked good. So it's called In the Forest Watercolor with Me by Dan Fox. And there's several different watercolor with me. And there's paint with me. There's several different ones. Hey, Dr. Dot. Hello, April. Hey, Sharon. Welcome, welcome. So glad to have you here with me. And so I didn't see Orla come in, but Orla was very kind and sent me an Amazon gift card. I'm going to actually move this for the moment because it's in my way for keeping this flat. Okay, these are the White Nights colors that they have, 64, I believe. I got the 34 full pan set. And on Amazon Canada, I think it was $84. And Orla sent me a gift card that covered more than half of that. So, hey, Jillian. Yes, B. Hootie is here. Carol Bannock is here. Been okay. Carol from Oklahoma is here. Sharon. Yay. Wee Hootie's here. Eileen. Our oldies that Sharon would know for sure. So it comes in a large plastic palette. And it has a section that flips out if you want to use it. It does come off as well. I probably won't use that part because I like to use my deviled egg $2 pans that I got at dishes that I got at Dollarama. And on the back, when I took off my wrappers, oops, this way, I stuck them on. I just put 4 rows of double-sided tape on the page and just cut the wrapper and stuck them on for now until I get them painted and get it written in here. So these are the colors. There's a really good variety of each color. Lots of yellows and oranges, which kind of need a nice variety of reds and blues. And then your greens and a really nice variety of your, like all your neutrals that you need They have yellow ochre up here instead of down. I usually put my yellow ochre with my neutrals, but this is not going to be my final organization of my colors. I'm glad there's a zinc white, which I don't use white very often, and I'm not sure if I'll have to test to see if it's opaque or not. The only black they have in this set is a neutral black, which I'm very glad for because I don't use black either. So there's like a neutral tint. They call it neutral black. It's like neutral tint in other versions. But you don't need purple, Galena, because you can mix the purple. There's only one purple. Well, there's a quinacridone violet and a violet. But you don't need any more than that because all your reds and your blues make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm going to be able to make like 16 to 20 purples with my colors that I have. Gosh, it takes too much time. It does not. We see we have old and we have newbies, and it's wonderful to see our old friends like Carol and Persimmon come in and join for our newbies to our newer friends to meet. So it's wonderful. So I am going to swatch them. So I'm going to swatch them on this card. This came with the set. So I'm going to swatch them on this card, how they are in the pan right now so that I can see the real color. Okay. Then I'm going to decide how I want to set them up. I like to set up my palettes in my split primary order. So, but we'll see. That's plastic. It'll probably, this I found on their website. It has all the pigment information. A lot of single, a few two pigment colors, obviously. Okay, so these are the White Knights. They're from Russia, St. Petersburg. Someone's car alarm. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but I'm not going to use a huge brush for this. I just use a number. What's this? This is my Mimic number 4 round. And even though Kramer told Z not to do this, it's okay. I'm doing it anyway. I'd never get these. See, my problem with not spritzing them is you're not going to end up with a mixed, like if your pigment and your binder has settled in the drying process, just going in with a wet brush on a dry palette, you are not going to get a well-mixed paint. Work right out of my palette, except when I get to the point where if I'm doing details and I need really thick paint, even then I'll still sometimes go to the palette just to make sure that I'm not getting just binder or just pigment, that I'm getting a little bit of a mix. This is the white, so I'm going to put a line there. I'll let it dry before I paint there. I'll do the next one. So this one, Hansa Yellow. I'm going to need to have my phone ready with my mag light ready to read. Okay, so Sorry, just a second, I've got my water dishes backwards. I want my clean one closest to me. Clean water is closest to me. So Hansa Yellow. These are the cooler yellows. I've got a little water. I'm going to put a little water in one of my and now when you look at this, you cannot with watercolor tell by the look of the paint in the pan what you're going to get, because in the pan this looks like a yellow ochre, that you're going to get like a warm yellow, and you don't get a warm yellow. It is a cool yellow. ACB. You got lost. All right, got a little water going into my well here in my porcelain. I always do that, regardless. I went over the line, so I've got a little bit of the, I'm going to do a vibrant part right there. There we go. So this one is, sorry. Hansa Yellow, cadmium lemon. The one I just painted, this is cadmium lemon. So it's even cooler than the Hansa. I should have probably put a black line through this whole thing so I would see which is most transparent, which isn't. But, and a moment, I need a baby wipe here. All right, let's go back and do the white. Should have put the line this way instead of that way, but anyway. Guess I'll start this one at the top. See, like, even with it spritzed, it's not as hard to they're not quite as easy to as the M grams. They're not quite that soft, but they're easier to release than the cremer. All right, you can see that that's semi-opaque there, going over that black mark. Hey, Dee Dee. These are my White Nights watercolors. This is yellow cadmium yellow medium, which is a warmer yellow. Let's see, even with my samples, I do not like painting right off the, but I wanted a true full strength main color there, so, but sure doesn't take much pigment. All right, there we have a nice pretty warm yellow. All right, let me zoom. Well, I don't want to zoom in too much because, I want you to see the palette and my swatch. So, all right. The next one is, hold on. All right, yellow ochre. Yellow ochre. And they have it up with your yellows instead of, so I'll do it right out of the pan for the, oops. See, I could never do a huge wash working just out of the pan like this. Yeah. And going into my, yeah, it would drive me crazy. I could never work that way. You have to make a big wash. You can't do it without spraying your pans. So interesting. I know Z heard that from Kremer, but I don't know. All of the watercolor artists that I've watched over the last 2 years, and I never, ever heard that. Doesn't mean it's not true. I'm just not sure I agree with it yet. Not spraying the pans. See, when your pigment doesn't flow properly when you don't get it mixed right, when you work right from the pan. It's totally different. I don't know. All right. So, next up is golden. Uh-oh. I think I got these two mixed up. One moment, please. There were a couple I got mixed up because I accidentally forgot to put them in. Yeah, I got those two mixed up. Okay. I should have realized that just by looking at them. But you can't always tell. They were all wrapped, of course, when they came, so. They're sticky. Yeah, I have a program called ManiCam April that I bought that I use for, it puts my watermark here, it zooms, it lets me do multiple picture in pitch. Eileen's mad at me because I have it though. She thinks it interferes with my signal, but this is a very warm yellow. And the Golden Deep is orange. Bye, May. Uh-oh, Kimberly. Uh-oh. Ooh, yay, Joycey. There is a free version, April, that you can play with for free, but it has a Manicam, logo on it. But you can always play with it on private mode so that only you can see it to see if you like the program or not. All right, so the next one is Titian Red, I assume it would be said. Titian Red. This is kind of like, it looks like a clay color. Add a little water. Oh, wrong one, G. And the next one, just putting a little bit in the wells there. Next one is English Red. Which is a real yummy earthy terracotta color. Nice. Gosh, Joshua, behave yourself. If you're a troll, go find another streamer. Please. Okay. You only timed him out for 300 seconds, though. You have to hide this user from this channel, Judy, to completely boot him. He can come back in 6 minutes. All right, next up is Cad Red Light, which is your warm red. See? Did I say cool, warm red? Can't remember what I said. It's a warm red. Brain's kind of dead right now. Hey, Joie, Joey. Joie de vie. All right. And for Didi, Minuet de Bonheur. For Didi, once again, Minuet de Bonheur. La-di-da-di-da. Next one is Ruby. So this is a cool red, like an alizarin crimson fill in. Yay, Judy. Le crayon est sur la table. Okay. Next, we have Carmine. Carmine, which is also a cool red with a little more vibrancy in it than the ruby. It's a little closer to a what you call it, a fuchsia, or the true red you would have in your ink printer, whatever it's called. My brain's dead today. Absolutely dead. Okay. It's a little more vibrancy in that cool red. Very pretty. I like that one. Yeah, really. Aw. Hello, Christine. Magenta, thank you, CB. Oh, my Lord, my brain is dead. Oh. It's this time change, even though it gives us an extra hour, means my body feels like it's 7 o'clock, 20 to 7, and it's only 20 to 6. Anyway, all right. So, but I ate a late lunch, so I'm good. I shouldn't get quite as starving as other days because I did remember to eat a good. So this next one is Madder. Hold on. It's got a lot. Madder Lake Red Light. Madder Lake Red Light. Put a little water in there. And this one is like an earthy version of our magenta. It's a lovely color, actually. Okay, I'm really liking the colors so far. They're drying. This one dried back a fair amount later, the golden, but a lot of the others, they're drying back quite nicely. Oh, Jillian's getting fancy. Uncle. Yeah, Madder. Yeah, like it's not as in like a lake of water, body of water. It has to do with how the pigment is. I can't remember. I read it at one time. Oh, now last I didn't look. I'm usually I've been looking at two at a time. Okay, next one's quinacridone rose. So this will be a really good showpiece as far as vibrancy of pigment, because the quinacridone colors are traditionally very pigment intense. So let's see what happens. I'll start off with the full pigment. Ooh. Now that's like an opera rose, but just a little darker. Quinacridone rose. So that's just like, yeah. That would be nice for flowers. If I ever do flowers. That's lovely. That is lovely. Oh, now I got so hung up on that, I forgot. Oh, yeah, quinacridone. So that was quinacridone rose. The next is quinacridone violet. Lilac, excuse me. Quinacridone lilac is next. All right. Ooh, this looks like it's going to be a lovely color too. I've heard all about these from lots of people, and of course I so fell in love with my M grams. I was like, oh, I don't need any more paints. And then when I got the lovely gift, that's pretty. Look at that, Galena. That is pretty. Quinacridone lilac. Very pretty. Lovely. Usually I like dioxazine purple, but I don't know. I kind of like that. Kind of like that better than the, it's more vibrant than the dioxazine purple. She is a sweetheart. I'll tell you, I learned as much, probably close to as much German in my 1 year of university German than I did in all my high school French. Not because our French teachers were bad, or I shouldn't say 4 years. We had French from grade 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 6 years of French. Simply because learning German, the rules are the rules are the rules. There are no grammar or spelling or pronunciation exceptions. So once you learn the rules of speaking German, then you know how to speak German. All right, the next color is violet. Violet. Plain and simple violet. Well, I don't think anything's plain and simple about these pigments. I will have to get out my color wheel stamps on Thursday and play with these with my color wheel. Okay, so, oh, hold on. Didn't get a big enough drop of water on that. Trying to do what Z says, but it's like driving me crazy. And I won't be doing it when I paint a portrait. Let me tell you, when I'm painting and needing like a decent amount of paint, I will not be doing this. But I will be spritzing them. Oh my! Ooh, that is pretty. That is violet. And you can see the red and the blue in it. It's kind of almost separating, but not really. It's hard to show. It might show more as it dries. You can see the red and the blue in it. It's very pretty. Next is cerulean blue. And none of these are hues either, so you don't want to have them near kids. That's pretty. I like cerulean anyway. But it's this cerulean is very close to a turquoise. It's a light cerulean. I have my M Graham cerulean's a little bit darker than that. So I like this. Oh, yes, Carol. But I mean, I've sung in French, Latin, Italian, Spanish. I only ever did 2 songs in Russian and hope I never have to do them again. I've sung tons in German, English, of course. I have an excellent ear for Languages and Accents. The next one is Bright Blue. Oh, that's nice. That is, it'll be interesting to see when I get to the turquoise how different it is from this light blue, because bright blue, I should say. Because to me, yes, Joie. And Joey, I got this on Amazon Canada as well. And they have a 24 set as well as this 36. But this 36 has a lovely, almost I think like a perfect combination of colors. So the next I think is ultramarine. No, cobalt. Sorry, cobalt and then ultramarine. So cobalt first. Now cobalt is like a neutral blue. All right. These are your warm blues. No, hold on. I always mess up my blues. Yeah, ultramarine is closer to the purple, so it is. Well, it's cool blue. These are cool blues. Sorry. Yeah, Till he doesn't speak his German very much anymore now because his dad is in Germany, but he is bilingual, German and English. Lisa was younger when she moved here, so she knows a little German. But so this is cobalt blue. It is a neutral-ish blue. It's not warm. It's not necessarily considered warm or cool. See, I find I have to put it over there to mix it to get it going. All right, there we go. Judy. Ultramarine, which is what I always use to make my blacks. Burnt umber or burnt sienna, one or the other added to it will give you a nice black. It's a nice vibrant ultramarine. We'll see how much it granulates there. It looks like it has nice granulation already. Oh, there's someone's car yet again. Someone needs to learn how to use their car lock. All right, next, after ultramarine, we have two more blues. Indanthrene blue. Indanthrene blue. Anyway. All right. So, indanthrene. This is a deep blue that a lot of people use in place of Prussian blue because it has good light fastness and Prussian blue does not. So it can replace the Prussian blue. It's a lovely blue. It can go from quite dark to a lovely mid-tone. Vicky. Oh my. Oh my Lord. Joie. Ooh. Reading Harry Potter in Latin. Yeesh. All right, so the reds, but that's typical of reds. I had a little too much water in those, so I may do another glaze of those once I get all the way down. Reds have a tendency to do that, wash out. But notice that the quinacridone rose did not do that. It stayed nice and vibrant. Okay, so that's the indanthrone. This next one is indigo, which is even deeper. Indigo. So indigo, you start to see a little bit of the green coming in. All right. After indigo comes, sorry to all the people who don't like swatching, but turquoise. Turquoise blue. Turquoise blue, it's called. So I don't know. I might end up moving it up by the cerulean and the bright blue, but we'll see. Okay. All right, I got it. See, they call this turquoise, but to me, I call this more of a teal. It's a sea green. See, this, I call this turquoise, and I call this, not really a teal. It's kind of halfway in between, but there's turquoise blue. But it does have more of a green tint than the bright blue does. Oh, no, Jillian, really? Oh. All right. Okay, so now I'm into my greens. Emerald green is next. Emerald green. Pretty color. Vibrant. I would have to add some umber to it, burnt umber, to use it in nature, in a landscape, but it's a very pretty green. Yeah, I know, Eileen, right? Took us long enough to get to the greens. The next one is, oh my goodness. See, I told you I'm brain dead today. Oh, yellowish green is the next one. Uh-oh. Oh, this is my favorite. I knew this would be my favorite. Olive green is next. This next one, I think, is going to be the one that's most useful in landscape. As it is, that is. Oh, and that's a real yellowy olive. That's nice. It's a real yellow-based olive. Some olives are a little more green or brown-based. That's a very pretty, very vibrant olive green. Welcome back, Tracy. The next one. Sorry, I need my magnifying app for this. Is chromium oxide, which I think in the pan it looks similar to like a cobalt green. Let's see what it looks like on the paper. Okay, it's a little harder to wet. Some pigments don't. Yeah, it's kind of like a cobalt green is. It is a neutral-ish green. Would be like found in nature. Like a woodland green. Okay. Next up is green. They call this next one green. Looks black in the pan, so it's shall be interesting. Ooh. A little granulating by the look of it. I don't know if it's that or if it's just because I didn't get enough water in the Eileen. Eileen, you're Eileen. That green granulates, which is nice. Let me lift it up and show you. The ultramarine is granulated a little bit, but not a lot, not a whole lot of granulation in the ultramarine. But this, it may smooth out as it dries. So we'll see. I like granulation though, especially for all right, so the next ones are my neutrals. Sienna. It's a lovely color for sandy beaches and rocks. And then burnt sienna. Ooh, that is a pretty color. Then umber. Yeah, I think I'm going to like using these. I don't have just regular umber in my M grams, so this could come in handy. Oh, that's interesting. Very interesting for rocks. It has a bit of a green hue, and then burnt umber is next. Let's see what the burnt umber is. I love burnt umber, so this shall be a good test for me. Oh, I forgot to put my phone on silent or on vibrate. Forgot to put my iPad on vibrate. Yeah, I like that. It's pretty umber, pretty burnt umber, I should say. Yeah, I like that. Next is hold on. Oh, hold on. My sister has a computer question. Just a minute. Let me get this color first. Mars Brown. That's a nice alternative for burnt umber. It's a little bit warmer brown than burnt umber. Oh my gosh. Next up is, can you guys hear that silly car? Oh, that'll be my sister. Just a minute, guys. Hi. I'm streaming. I'm live on my YouTube.
I know. Is there any? Well, can you put it in hold for a second?
Yeah, it's okay. Just go on. Just go ahead. I'll mute. I'm going to mute you guys for a second. Just hold on. Okay, guys, sorry, I'm back. It was just one of those scam things that pops up, you know, when you're on Google. There's a virus alert, virus alert. You call this number. And of course, you call that number and it charges you like $100 a minute. But it scares my sister. She's non-techie. She thinks her computer is getting, you know, attacked and whatever. So I was like, no, just do a hard shutdown like you do before. It wouldn't, because it won't let you close down Chrome like when that happens, right? So anyway, I told her, just hold your power button in, Apple. So anyway, her Facebook got hacked today too. Like, and people were sending, so whoever did it was sending out friend requests. And I was like, it doesn't hurt your computer, Janet. It's Facebook, which is nothing. It's off site from your computer, so don't worry about it. All right, so this is Mars Brown. All right. Next is Payne's Gray. No, that's not Mars Brown. Sorry, what was that one? That's Sepia. Sorry, Sepia. This one's Mars Brown. The nice warm one is Mars Brown. Then this one is Sepia. So that's your neutral brown. That will also work for making black with ultramarine, I think. I've never done it, but it would make a different black. Okay, anyway. All right, my poor sister. She's finally feeling a little better from the flu. Still weak and woozy. She had it more days than everybody else. She was patient number 1. So this is Payne's Gray. I love Payne's Gray. This is a very pretty Payne's Gray. Very pretty. I love Payne's Gray. And last but not least is Neutral Black, which is other companies call it neutral tint. It's black made from your primary colors. All right, so there we go. Neutral black. That's nice. So it almost looks like a little greenish. All right, I'm going to put another layer on these 3 reds just because I don't like how they turned out. I had a little too much water. This is carmine. Or was that one ruby? Hold on. Which one? Which 3 are they? It is the ruby. That one's ruby. Next one I'm going to do is carmine. Which is a little more like your alizarin crimson. And then the Madder Lake red light. Oh, almost made a mistake. Almost did the wrong one on that. Madder Lake red light, I should say. Said that in the wrong order. There we go. So that should deepen up those hues a little bit. All right. So those are the colors. I'm going to try and do a painting. I don't know what I'll do. Let's dry those up. That happens because technically your Chromebook, it works like a tablet. And they don't get viruses. So yeah. Yeah, CB, you have to just do a hard shutdown and okay. So let's do a zoom here. Let's do a zoom and do a little closer up of each. Let's do a. All right. Let's do. Okay. All right. So you can get better, closer up look. Lovely, lovely colors. Could probably do another glaze layer of those two yellows as well, the goldens. A little bit of granulation there in the cerulean, but that might be just the way I put it on. Oh, it looks like my it went over into the mixed into my green a little bit there. It was a little bit too close. What are those two? They look nice together, actually. The green and the raw sienna. That makes a lovely, that raw sienna added with the green makes a really nice color for like fall grasses and stuff. Or hay. See, it makes a lovely color. So raw sienna, burnt sienna, umber, burnt umber, and this is Mars brown. What was that one again? Oh yeah, sepia. This one is sepia, which is your real neutral brown. And then my Payne's gray and neutral tint. Very lovely colors, aren't they? All right, so let's check the focus again because I zoomed out. All right. Okay, 6:15. All right, I've got time to do a painting. Let's find put them right over here. Hold on. This takes up a little more space than I have to find a space. There we go. All right. Let's see what my next prompt on my list is. I did farm life. Oh, splashing around is next. Gracious. Splashing around. I kind of have an idea. This is from the watercolor month in July, but I didn't finish them yet, so I'm still working on them. That's one of my favorites. That's food. Yay, Jillian. This one was using primary colors. So I used alizarin crimson, cerulean, and lemon yellow. Thanks, Judy. Then this is Family Fun. With the crappy back end of the trailer. Really messed up that. I never seem to be able to do trailers very well. This was the blues or something. So, of course, I had to do my days. This is my favorite from the book so far. Simple. Nothing more simple than a glass of water. So this is my favorite one so far. But you know me, I'm very partial to glass and water. And then this is hold on, I forget what that one was. I did it because something about games, playing games. My dad loved to play horseshoes, so that's what that was for my dad's memory. Thanks, Nancy. Yeah, Jillian, and that's due to our printers. Because it's magenta that's in our printers, right? So that's why it has replaced the old primary red, which is like a cad red medium, is kind of the old primary red. And, you know, that candy apple red that we used to think of as our primary red, which really is not a primary anymore because of the magenta. The magenta just works better. This is flying high or soaring. I can't remember which it was. It's my kite. Then I love this one too. I like how a lot of these turned out. Climbing mountains. Light and luminous. So I had to do my Northern Lights. The only thing I don't really like how these clouds turned out, but eh. Next one was the prompt was florals, beautiful blooms. Beautiful blooms was the next one, and it was okay. I'm still not the best at flowers. Bye, April. Okay, we'll see you later, April. Have a great supper. Forest animals. I like how the bird turned out. Can't even remember what kind of bird he was. I just found him in a picture. It didn't really say. But he had kind of like fuzzy feathers, so I think it was a young bird. He had more like fuzzy plumage rather than like feathers. Then the next one was Fast and Loose, I think. Yeah, Fast and Loose. And I kind of did Eileen's putting blobs of paint down and then finding flowers, and don't like it at all, but whatever. Oh, welcome back, Tracy. Did you get all the holes filled in, Kimberly? You should not be hiding the fact that Beef is not being a good girl. Daddy has to know that she's not that good a girl. Sweet treats. I like how these ones, margarita popsicles or something. It was a picture of margarita popsicles. Oh, of course. And this next one. This was when I used my cremers. I was trying out my cremers on the beach, and I was trying out my cremers. And I love the set of cremers that I have was set number 1. And this particular set does a beautiful sunset. Beautiful colors for sunset. So this is on the beach. Casting Shadows. Love how the wood floor turned out in this one. The bottle, it was a little too quick. So, but, you know, it's okay. But I like how the floor turned out. Thanks, Judy. Then City Life. This one I used, this one I used Cremers, and this one I used Cremers again to get the lovely sunset there. So I did kind of like halfway up the buildings. So like it doesn't show the ground. It kind of starts halfway up the building. So it's like looking up into the sunset. Oh, oops. That's okay. Just lost my clipboard. I'll get it back when I'm ready to paint. And then this one, I like how this one turned out in the jungle or something. Yeah, in the jungle. This one was in the jungle. Wasn't someone in the window? Oh, yeah, in this one, I made a mistake I made an oops with my brush, so we pretended that there was someone in the window, looking out the window. And even Eliza knew it was a monkey in a tree. So I was pleased with that. Next was Rainy Days. Next was Rainy Days. So it's a sunset sky in a puddle. Thanks, Judy. Yeah, Dot. I like how my rings of raindrops turned out there. Oh, this one's supposed to be a raindrop bouncing back up, but Elisa goes, "There's something on the ground." She thought it was like a little bird or something. So who knows? It's supposed to be a raindrop bouncing back up, but it does look more like a little bird sitting there. Thanks, Nancy. Then this one is, hold on, the next one. The prompt for the next one was, wet and dry. So we have a dry part of a leaf and a little bubble. Thanks, Judy. That's what I love. And this one is Glorious Golds. Glorious Golds. Under the Sea. That's my jellyfish attempt. And this one I did at home with Eliza watching. Furry creatures. And I drew him on my own. I didn't trace anything. So, thanks, Judy. That's my furry koala. Isn't he adorable? I did this over Thanksgiving at home with Eliza sat and painted for 2.5 hours with me. And then the next one is Monochromatic Mood, and Eliza wanted me to paint a bunny. So there's my bunny with alizarin crimson. Thanks, CB. And once again, I drew without any I drew the bunny without tracing, so. All right, and then Thursday, I did this farm life painting, which I think turned out okay. And today is splashing around. So, splashing around. I don't want it to be anything. I'm picturing a pair of rubber boots splashing in a mud puddle. That's what I'm picturing. So let's see if I can a photo. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's go to paint my photo. Let's see if I can find pmp-art.com. Sign in and make a. These are all photos that you're allowed to use as reference for your art without paying. Okay, so let's see what I get when I pull up, when I just search for rubber boots. Not really what I wanted at all. All right, let's go to Pixabay. Pixabay is another one. There's actually an app for Pixabay. Rubber boots. All right, so there's a picture. That's a little challenging for a sketch. Let's see. Now, if only I could draw girls. That's a good one. I wonder if I could do her just from, if I could do just from the knees down, that would work. I'll put in splashing and see what comes up. Now that's cute. Ooh, what did you get for Happy Meal? Oh, rain boots. Oh, okay. That might work better. Okay, okay, I'm going to download this one. First of all, I like the orange and the blue. Obviously, because they're all right. Let's go back and try rain boots. Mostly the same images are coming up. All right, let's do splashing. Let's see what comes up. Splashing. Oh, now that's kind of interesting. I could do that. He's splashing around in the water and it's just a... I could do that. "11 coloring books. Wow, Joycey, 11 coloring books. Woo! Hey, Lisa. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. Think and draw that. Okay. I'm going to be using my white gouache today, I think, because it's going to be easier to do the whites of that. Okay. All right. Very interesting color, sky. It's kind of like, I'll probably do it with the yellow ochre. It's almost a... It's almost a Mars brown sky, but I think I'm going to use yellow ochre. I want to make it a little bit, warm it up just a little bit. Okay. All right, so now I need to change my settings here so that they... I hope anyone watching has fast forwarded some. All right, so I've got my picture there. Now I need my picture. Let's see if it's gonna work today. And it is. See, sometimes it works right away. All right, so let's add my photo here. Oh, someone gifted you some. Oh, that's nice, Joycey. Yay. All right, now let's make it a little smaller. Put it right down in the corner. So this is from Pixabay. Splashing around is the prompt. All I need is my T-ruler so I can put in my horizon, which is like 3/4 of the way up. All right, so I am using my white nights that I just swatched. So I'm going to use sienna. Oh, I think I need a slightly larger brush. Oh, what happened to that flat brush? Gosh, guess it just hasn't gotten... All right, it's good. All right. Now, let's draw in his and his arm is reaching over here. And his other arm so I don't know if you guys can see as I'm sketching here or not. I don't want to give him too pointy a nose, but it is quite prominent. Don't want it to end up looking like a clown. I think I did that over far enough. It's going to be too skinny. Let's do the body first here. Give me a better idea for the... And that goes in the water. Okay. Oh, well, what am I doing wetting this before I have my sepia ready to go? Gene. Oh, well, I'll just do the first wetting. It always has to get wet a second time anyway. This is 100% watercolor, 100% cotton. It's my Himalayan journal from Cheap Joe's, which I wish I could get another larger size, but it's too expensive to get it shipped here. So that's all right. I have my bee paper one to do working after this one, which is also 100% cotton, so I think I'll like it. All right, so let's get my sepia ready to go. And it is my... And put some in here. All right, and let's do, just to make sure it's all wet completely. Now, the sun in this one is out of the picture, which means just above his head is where the lightest area is. So I'm actually going to do this sky upside down. I don't know what kind of mark I ended up in the sky there. I don't know if it's a pencil mark or what, but I didn't see it soon enough to get rid of it, so it's there. And actually, what fell down was my... That's why it's so weird here. And where did my... See if I can reach my clipboard. No, without taking my... Yeah, Timmy scissors are great for a lot of things, including picking up stuff that I can't reach on the floor. Oh, cool, Joycey. Sorry, I'm just trying to get caught up on the only color book. I had a Canada color book, which I colored a few things in, and my Look coloring book, which I really liked for learning to color fabric and skin tones, etc. But I can't find my Look coloring book. No idea where it went, so I'm not buying it a second time. There's no clouds in the sky in the picture, but I'm putting some in. Just some texture. They wouldn't really be white probably in a sunset, but I'm putting them in there anyway. Okay. So for the water, I'm going to start with that sepia. I should have just did the whole thing in sepia there while I was going, but anyway. And then I'm going to add some burnt umber and some neutral tint. All right, so let's go back and get some more. Let's wet my water area. Because, of course, you're going to have some reflection of that sunset-y type color sky in the water. try and keep my strokes going horizontal as much as I can for the water. All right, now that's drying too much to do a wet on wet, so I have to dry it to re-wet it for the next layer. I only had one at the beginning, so I'm thinking it might be someone who followed us. Come on, Joycey, rip it open, rip it open. Thanks, Kimberly. But she wants to save. I know what she's saying. She wants to save the envelope. Don't you, Joycey? So neutral tint and some burnt umber is going to finish my water, plus some white, of course. So I'll do the burnt umber first. And then the neutral tint is going to be my darkest areas. Joycey got a nice Happy Meal package. Yay! Why not just a pair of scissors, Joycey, and slide along it. Okay. Okay, so burnt umber. Burnt umber is where do I want umber? No, I think burnt. Maybe umber will work. I'm going to try umber instead of the burnt umber. Fourth one over. And the neutral tint is the last one. So I'm going to try umber because I don't paint with umber ever because I don't have it in any of my other sets. So let's see how it works for my mid-tones. And then some neutral tint. All right. And let's do my neutral tint mix for my darkest tones. And then I'll also use the neutral tint almost full strength for the silhouette. Okay. Rather than mixing my black, since I'm already using the neutral tint. All right. So I'm switching to my smaller brush, my number 4. Going with my umber. Going along the horizon first here. Just so I have a good definition of the water. Uh-oh, should be straighter than that, Jean. When I do that, I always end up having to put land. Okay. All right, didn't leave my shiny area here. So let's see how much this is going to pick up to white. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to use my white paint. Let's see if it'll pick up. Because it's either the moon or the sun that's shining on the water there. No, I'm going to have to use, yeah, that. I knew the sienna wouldn't pick up because it's earth. All right. It's all right. No problems. No problems. I can fix that with don't need to do any waves there because stupid fruit fly, get out of here. Just because I had some strawberries appear from it. So what I'm just doing is some random colors here. I don't know if Janet's here or not. She might be eating or making supper. Like a package? Oh, how sweet. Nice. I'll tell you, with everything Teresa's been through, she used to send cards and notes and letters. It's wonderful. All right, so I need to kind of make this look like it's, that's a little too much. Swirling around like he's swirling his hands. Looks like a boy. So I'm saying his like a boy profile, not a girl. So I don't want the sea to look rough because it isn't rough. It's not really rough, but it's not an absolutely calm sea either. So you have to give it dimension. All right, now going in with my neutral tint. It's going to add a kind of a little bit of a bluish color to my dark areas here. Well, I'm going to have to mix my black because this is not going to be black enough for, I don't think. Although it's over white, I'll have to test it. All right, now in these areas, I'm just doing the neutral tint on the bottoms of these kind of wavy areas. Just to accent the it's all about shapes, just adding shapes. You're not trying to make waves. You're not trying to make it look like waves. You look at each little shape. It's the same when I do my glass and my reflections. And I think in a way my eyesight helps in that way because I can't see an overview. All I see when I look at this is, if I look at, in order to see, I have to look at one section. So I have to look at these kind of little shapes. And obviously, I'm not going to sit here and draw every single little wave that's in the picture. I want it to look like he's in the water playing and having fun. And so I'm just giving enough detail to do that. I think I need to go add another layer of mid-tone. Another layer of the mid-tone. It blended in a little bit too much. So I'm going to go back, get some more umber. Now that I have those darker tones in. And just reestablish my mid-tones. Just a little bit more color there. A little more depth. Yeah, there we go. So I'm just going, I'm not adding new ones. I'm just going back over what I had. Maybe added another one there. And the white splashes will kind of give it a good final look. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit too blue. I have to mix my own black, I think, as I normally do, because I want his silhouette to be completely black. This side's a little bit more still because it has a little bit more of the beautiful sun shining, sparkling on the water. All right. Now I'm going to try the zinc, but I don't think it's going to be opaque enough. It might be opaque enough for the shine on the water. We'll see. I can already tell it's not going to be opaque enough once it dries. So I may need to find a way. I may replace that white full pan with a half pan of all right, I've got my gouache right here behind me. My white gouache. Oh, by the way, for those of you who saw my Thursday stream and I was having trouble re-wetting the white and the leaf green, it's because they were the Turner, and right near the end of the stream, I think it was Vicky or someone reminded me that the Turners were acrylic gouache, not watercolor gouache. So they were permanent. That's why they wouldn't re-wet for me. So I've got some of my Shinhan white gouache here, and I will use that. Hey, Zandra. Yes, Joyce. Yes, the picture, it will, yes, the picture will still be there after the live stream. But if you want, Joycey, I can DM you the picture if you want to paint it. It goes away, CB? Isn't that picture should stay? It should be in the recording, right? I don't know. I've never watched any of my recordings, so I have no idea. But I always thought it stayed there. Would have looked better if I had just left it instead of painting over it. It would look more like glowing water, but anyway. Silly. I just wasn't watching closely enough when I did that. Okay. So before I paint the splashing and stuff, though, I need to paint him. So I need to mix my black. So I'm going to use my ultramarine and burnt umber because that's actually my favorite black. Rather than burnt sienna, I just prefer the burnt umber. That's personal. All right. So, and Zandra, yes, they told me about the not spraying the pans, but the way I work, I can't get enough paint picked up without and into my well. So I'm using ultramarine. All right. And these are my White Nights paints. Z, the first part of my stream, okay, and my burnt umber. Okay. And let me do a test. This is just regular paper, but it'll at least show me if I got it black enough. And it is, but I think I'm going to need, definitely going to need more than one layer, but this will do a good first layer. I'm going to use my number 4 because, yeah, I'm just not great with my paint strokes yet. Still a little blue, but that's okay for my first layer. I think I need to add just a little more burnt umber to it. Although with the second layer, it's not too bad. He's in the water. He's in the water. He's just standing in the water, splashing around. He's like, I didn't get close enough to him with the water. I have to fix that, Eileen. His arm's a little fat. I told you, guys, I can't draw. So you're expecting a lot. All right, so that needs to dry so I can do a second layer. Yes, he's just standing and splashing. There's no but at all. He's looking at the front. This is one leg spread out in his hip. Oh, Eileen. I don't have all the water on yet, so just hold on. I've got to get water splashing right here. Gosh, you're pretty impatient. For a sitter and a watcher and not a streamer. Arr. Exactly, Jillian. I'm being brave. His head's okay. His arms are a bit monkey-ish. It's like my... I'm going to pretend he's turned this way because this one's smaller, so it looks like it's farther behind. We'll just pretend. All right, let's do another layer and hope it's dark enough. I think it's going to be. I'll get Dorothy to chase after you with her copper stick, Eileen. If you don't start being nice to me. Oh no, I might run out. I'm gonna need to mix more. I hate doing that because you never quite get it exactly the same. Okay, I'll at least get his body, and then I'll get the okay, I'm gonna have to fix this arm because it's driving me crazy. It's supposed to be stretched out like that, like he's splashing. And so I ended up with it totally not the right shape. So what I'm going to do is attempt to go over this part right here. That's where it ended up all the wrong shape. I'm going to go over that with gouache. See if I can hide. And then I'll dry it and I'll go over it with the sepia. Or sienna, I mean. Let's see if I can fix it before I do the second layer of the arm. Thank you, Dr. Dot. You go get her for me. You go get her for me. Definitely need another layer of white to totally cover that. But that's okay. I can do that. I'm willing to do white. And this is not a contest entry, watercolor contest entry. All right. Yeah, CB, I'll shorten it with when I do the splashes. When I add the white and the darker the splashes, I will shorten it. Okay, now I'll see if I can kind of fix that without it looking too bad. It shows, but oh well. What can you do? All right. Need to mix up a little bit more ultramarine. Burnt umber, don't need much. Oh, too much burnt umber. It's stronger than the ultramarine. Still a little too blue, so a smidge more of burnt umber. Okay, so now what I need to do is go back to my neutral tint here and my larger brush. Welcome back, Vicki. Vicki, Eileen's making fun of my poor silhouette boy. Okay. So I'm kind of dotting on what is splashes, and these dark will get white added to them to make them look like the splashing water. But for now, they're dark, and then I'll dry them, and I will be adding my white. All right. And I think I may need a little wee bit more white. Thanks, Joycey. Wow, ahead of schedule, Vicki. That doesn't happen very often. Gee. All right, so now I'm going to put my white on, and then I may have to go back in and do some more darks with the when I get the waves in here. Okay, so Judy. It's just like stupid. All right, now I need my even smaller brush here to do some more white on the way. Final details. I need a little detail brush here. I don't know what that guy's doing in that one, but anyway, he's totally in the wrong one. There's a nice little detail brush. 0, is it? Oh, no, number 2. Number 2 round. Hey, April. Thanks. The prompt was splashing around. So, just so as you can see, April, with the Manicam, you can add the picture I'm painting is there in the bottom left corner. And then I do think I'm going to use my same number 2. I'm just going to add a little bit more of that neutral tint in a couple of places. It needs to be a little darker so that the white pops even more. The very bottom of these waves, I think it needs to be a little darker. So it's the White Knight's neutral black. And it really didn't turn too green, which is nice. That's why it's called the neutral black. It kind of stayed with the yellow that was underneath it. So it stayed like a brownie tone. Not as much over here because this is where the moon is kind of shining. There, I think it's done. So, I finished a little early, April, so whenever you're ready, I think that works. I don't want us, if you wanted to get really, really detailed, each one of these white splashes could use a little dark in it, but I'm going to leave it because I like the way it looks and I don't want to mess it up. So, splashing around with the prompt. Thanks, Jillian. Thanks, Judy. Thanks, Sharon. So glad you could be here as well as CB. Do I have my volume muted? No, can't you guys? Can't you hear me? April? You're tired, Vicky? Oh. Thanks, Joycey. Thanks, Dot. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. When you said it was muted, I thought, did I forget to unmute after I was talking to my sister? Because I muted when I was talking to my sister. I'm like, no, surely someone would have told me. I had a mistake here that I had to hide. So that arm's kind of messed up, but that's okay. I kind of hit it. Unless you look really close, you can't see it too badly. So. Yeah, YouTube stabilizes your volume. I mute my computer, if that's what you mean. I mute my computer so that if messages or email comes in, that those noises don't come through, get picked up. So maybe that's what you mean. I do mute my computer just so my, email stuff doesn't come through or my texts from my sisters and stuff like that. That's probably what you meant. Yes, I do mute my computer because I use my camera for my microphone. So thanks everyone who came and watched my stream today. Thank you so much. Love my new White Nights 36. So I'll be doing some more paintings with these. Very yummy colors. Thanks to Orla for the gift card, Amazon gift card, which helped me buy those. And I may work in my book, Watercolor with Me on Thursday. I might work in that. So thanks, everyone. See you Thursday.